Well, welcome to the studio, No Bull.
How you doing?
James and Lachie, how are you there, boys?
G'day, fellas.
Now, Dave knows tonight, and he said he wouldn't have guessed it, but he had to take earlier.
Well, mate, it's every time we get guests in the studio, that's it, I'm out.
Right.
Because
so,
I get the crap pounded out of me week in, week out. So as soon as anybody else comes in the studio, I say, right, it's your turn, mate. So, see, how'd you go with that song, mate? What do you reckon, fellas?
Obviously, it's Paranoid.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
That.
Hang on, boys. I better turn your mics on.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
better.
help.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can they hear us now?
Or better.
Cool.
Okay, yep. Obviously, that was Paranoid, originally
Yeah.
by Black Sabbath. Who was covering that?
Don't look at me. I got no idea.
My guess, purely based on the vocals, is it Red Fang?
No.
Think of Teenage Dirtbag.
Really?
Weezer, yeah.
Wow. Does not sound like Weezer.
No, not at all.
It does not sound like
No,
Weezer.
so...
Wow.
Yeah, when I first heard it, first thing I thought, that does not sound like Weezer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was perfect for this segment.
Yeah, I don't know if you got Teenage Dirtbag right either, but yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Weezer was actually going to be my artist of influence this week, but for some reason I remembered Hawkwind and put Hawkwind on instead. So, yeah, I might do them next time it's my turn. But anyway, here they are in the studio, mate. No Bull.
Yes.
So what's been happening, guys? Plenty of gigs?
Yes, plenty of gigs. Well, we were just at Dubbo again last week.
Yeah, we played at the Crossroads Bar in
Yeah.
Dubbo.
That was quite sort of quiet, but
Yeah, it was
but
like...
not quiet. You
it
know,
was, you know...
not many people, but they're very loud still.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
Yeah,
it
Dubbo
seems-
can be a bit like that.
It seems that, like, the regional crowds, there's not a lot of them, but they tend to love it. Like, there's just a vibe.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of gigs coming up, different places and stuff. Tomorrow night we're in Springwood, and then we're back at the Duke in Enmore, and then after that Bargo. And we got September. We're going to Melbourne.
Yeah, we're hitting Melbourne. We're going to, what's the place? Nighthawks.
Yes, that's right. And then we're looking at Brisbane as well. We got one might be happening soon in Brisbane as well. So.
Plenty of great live music venues down in Melbourne.
Yes.
It's growing up and spending a lot of time in Sydney. It gets a bit frustrating when you go to Melbourne and seeing how easy it is for these guys to do it compared to how hard it is to do in Sydney.
Yeah, that's why we keep talking about wanting to go, eh?
Yeah.
You know?
But forever and a day, they've had a bigger, better live scene down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it's been like that for decades.
It's because it's so easy to do a live band pub crawl.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do. You're at one pub watching one band 1 minute, and you walk 5 minutes down the road and you're in another pub.
Yeah.
Try doing that in Sydney.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I think
doesn't
that's-
work, mate.
No.
That's even why ACDC moved down there in the early days.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of that reason.
Yeah.
It's dead set 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even know other musicians nowadays from Sydney who've moved down there for the same reason. You know, so
Yeah.
I think we're thinking of doing it next.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
Traitors. Traitors, stay in Sydney, mate. Stay loyal.
Well, we got lots of Sydney gigs booked as well still.
Oh, we
So, yeah. I think we got...
Yeah, you got the Duke.
Yeah, well, we got another 20 gigs booked for the year. We got Chuck trailers in the city and Infernos and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan, being an absolute legend.
yes, he's a legend. Frankie's house band. Actually, that reminds me, I haven't even told you yet, Lachie. You know that they got 2 gigs coming up at the theatre. Oh, do you know what theatre it is again? Frankie's house band they're playing. You guys know? Metro
Metro
Theatre.
Oh, Metro Theatre.
Yeah, that's the one. Jordan asked me to come play Sin City with him.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to be there
Nice.
on those 2 dates playing Sin City, probably in the suit,
Yep.
doing the whole bit.
Very good.
I can't help it. Otherwise, I can't play it right.
Yep.
That's one question all day. Are you still wearing the suit, or
Well-
are you going to retire it, or just bring it out every now and again?
I mean, I wear the suit whenever I'm doing, like, I'm still busking.
Yeah.
And
you got to wear it then.
yeah, and I'm still doing the ACDC show, and I'll wear it then. But whenever we play, it's just jeans and a T-shirt, I think, for all of us, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I think a few of your photos, you actually lost the T-shirt as well.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it gets pretty hot.
Well,
It does.
James,
It does, mate.
James wears a T-shirt and then wears like a basketball singlet over the top.
Yeah,
And those things are thick.
yeah.
So
But it looks cool.
it does. But it takes you like at least 4 songs to strip off.
Yeah. Well, I got to start sweating, and then I start playing better.
Yeah.
If I'm not sweating, and it's not happening.
So the strip show is part of the act now, is it?
Yeah, well,
it's gotta
kind of. Yeah.
Well, when you're playing at the hot venues, especially when you're jumping around and headbanging a fair bit, trust me, stripping isn't. It's not just part of the act. It's
No, it's a necessity.
It's real.
It's part of survival.
necessity.
It's part of
Otherwise,
survival.
yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna just melt to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have a look at the T-shirt after it's been taken off and pick it up,
It's ridiculous.
you'll understand why it got taken off.
It's like now I know why James brings a towel to every gig.
yes,
Yeah.
No, you might the towels come in handy
His
as
head
well.
looks exactly like it would if he was jumping out of the shower.
Yeah.
I remember going to different venues for the first time to play, and first thing you're looking at is the stage, and please be a decent size, because as you know, the smaller the stage, the more compact it is and the hotter it is.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, well-
middle of summer gigs as well, when you're really sweating it out and banging it out, and it gets over 40 degrees or something like that, and then someone in special effects decides to switch on the smoke machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did a gig like last year in December.
At
it was
Tate's?
Yeah, at Tate's
That
in
was
Windsor.
disgusting.
It's an outdoors one, but I think that's the hottest we've been on stage
It
ever.
wasn't even that hot temperature-wise. It was just like 100% humidity.
Yeah.
And it had been raining, so it was just wet.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like we all jumped in the pool and then
it
got on
was-
stage.
Yeah, it was
So
pretty
were you
gross.
still wearing shoes, or did you actually go barefoot when it gets to that point?
No, we still wear shoes.
Yeah, still
You
wearing
still
shoes.
wear shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So
You never know what could be on the
your socks-
floor.
So you well, no, I do know an old trick for playing in gigs like that, especially outdoor gigs, is that you grab some Coca-Cola and pour it over the stage, and it dries up and the stage becomes sticky,
Yeah.
so that you can be in bare feet and still not slip over and look like a goose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just bear that in mind next time you play a hot gig, mate.
Well, I feel like we should probably say, hey guys at the venue, we're going to just cover the stage in Coke.
Well, when it's
They'll probably say what kind.
Yeah.
you don't tell the guys at the venue, mate. You
Yeah.
just
Just do it.
You always learn 1 or 2 chili pepper covers, and, need be, just play in a sock.
Yeah.
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 All right. But you guys have got some new releases, which I think we've got coming up real soon.
We do
Albie,
have them lined up.
Do you have those lined up, mate?
I do.
Okay, I'll leave it to you guys to talk about. Which is the first one you got lined up?
Well, I don't know. They've both got the same title here. So one goes for 3 minutes 16 and the other one goes for 4:22. So,
We'll go with the 3-minute one first.
okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay, which one's that one?
Well, this is the live debut. It's never been heard before.
No.
But unless you've been to one of our gigs,
Yeah.
we've been playing it live. But it's going to be out next week. Friday next week it'll be out, and it's the lead single off a new album we got coming up, and the song's called Overdrive.
You're listening to All I'd Say, SWR 99.9. He's No Bull and Overdrive. We'll come back on after this song, and we'll talk a little bit more about the album.
Want me to cup?
Yeah, cut it there.
That was awesome.
Yes, Overdrive on the new album, lead single.
Overdrive.
Be out
Excellent.
next week, Friday next week, the 13th. We're also playing at the Duke.
Yeah.
on that next week,
So
Friday.
it's sort of a
13th.
bit of a release party, I suppose.
Yeah.
Excellent. And the name of the new album?
It's called Rock and Roll Remains Forever.
Nice. I like that. And how many songs you got on it?
11.
11.
Yes.
Excellent.
11's the lucky number.
Yeah. It's always at least 10, but sometimes it's got that extra one. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Where's Chris tonight? Couldn't be here?
Well, there's not enough room for him. As we found out last time.
Yes, yes.
But I'm sure he's probably liking.
Yeah, probably.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah,
Hey,
g'day, Chris. How are you?
What's going on?
You wouldn't believe what these guys say behind your back, mate. But no. Kidding. Yeah, no. Oh, that's excellent. And you recorded it all yourself, or?
Yeah, same deal as the other albums, just all recorded, but out under no bull this time.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Eventually, we'll start doing it as a whole band. But I mean, the whole album was pretty much finished last year. You know, so it was just a matter of time of, you know, we had all the gigs and then changing the name and just whenever the right time was to do it, and now it's the right time.
Yeah. I think once we start actually writing new music together, we'll start kind of releasing things more frequently as a band, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I think, James, you've got like, the next 3 or 4 albums already written.
Yeah, well, this album would be my 4th, and I'm halfway through my 7th.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
A lot of people are like, no, that's not true. I'm like, I mean, I can show you.
Oh, yeah. He's shown me the spreadsheets. It's incredible how much stuff he's got.
I've no doubt.
Yeah, like he's heard most of it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, having, like, these songs, most of them are all, like, 4 years old, you know.
Yep.
So it's really good to have songs done, and then you can come back and improve little things, you know, even if it's the smallest thing, like one like vocal line or something, or just even some note in a solo, just stuff like that. You change it, and it's just it feels like the biggest change, you know, because it stood out so much before.
Yeah,
you know.
Funny, I was actually going to ask you about that. Did you find yourselves going back and critiquing much?
I mean, listening to the songs for like the 2-3 years before I redid them.
Yep.
I have like notes on my phone. Every time I think of something, I'll put it in the notes, and then when it's time to re-record it, I'll just try all the notes. Sometimes stuff won't work. Most of the time it's all improvements, and then it's like, you know, hey, it sounds great. Yeah. And then we went in the studio to track the drums. We used Lachie's kit.
Yeah.
It's it sounds massive.
So we used my drum kit mainly because I've got a kit and I wanted to hear it on a record.
Yep.
And James just said, let's use yours. And as you heard on Overdrive, it sounds massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's so good.
No, excellent.
Yeah.
We used we used my cymbals. I got some Pisces.
Yeah.
2002s.
2002s, 19 out of 20.
Yeah. Which I got off Lachie.
Yes.
It's
from work.
a bit of an art form, miking up a drum kit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Really.
Like the way you really want it.
Yeah, that's sort of one of the reasons why we go in the studio to do the drums, because the guitars are all done at home and the vocals are all done at home. Hopefully, you know, one day we'll do it all in the studio and we'll get an even better sound. But I think this album's got, like, I'm not being biased, but I think it's got one of my favourite, like, overall sounds of an album that I've ever heard.
I agree. I don't know. I think Dave and Seb just like smashed it on the head with this one.
Yeah, we went to Studio Blues. So Dave Blues, it's his studio, and I'm sure there'll be multiple people listening who know who we're talking about. But yeah, he just knew exactly what to do.
He's he's a master with miking drums, especially.
Excellent.
Like he just knows.
Yep.
Knows what mics to use, where to put them, and like it didn't take him long to get a mix either. Like it was only about 20 minutes, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go."
Wow, that's experience.
Yeah.
And then, it's an art form of all its own, miking a drum kit, like how it should be done.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then like it probably took us about 2 hours to set up, and then I just did all 11 tracks in the next 2-3 hours or something.
It was like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
He recorded 11 songs in 2 hours.
Wow.
But I mean, that just comes with listening to him over all that time, you know.
I suppose because you wrote them that long ago, so you kind of already just knew how they were going to go.
Yeah, I already know them inside out.
They're your babies, and you know exactly how you want them to sound.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly. Yeah. But you know what? Speaking of drums, we got another announcement about drums and drumming.
So as of, I suppose, last weekend when I decided, I'm the full-time drummer now.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just after a gig. You just turned to me and said,
like, I mean, I'd been thinking about it since I started playing the kit, like just kind of filling in while we've been looking for a drummer. And it was like the third or fourth gig we did with me on the kit. I was like, I kind of really like this. And I mean, I'm a drummer at heart. Like, I've always been a drummer. That's my thing. But then we just kept doing it, and we got really tight. And me and James specifically, because we're both drummers. Right.
Yeah.
So we both clicked really well. And Chris he's great. He knows where to sit in the mix as well. Even live, he knows where to sit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So all three of us together, especially me on the kit, it just felt so much tighter.
Yeah,
and I was
as we were looking for a drummer, I kept thinking, geez, how are we going to find someone who's as good as him to replace you so he can go back on the guitar? But now this is obviously another first-time announcement that we're looking for a rhythm guitarist.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
So we're still gigging the three of us, but we do want to be a four-piece because we've got a lot of songs that we just can't do without that second guitar, you know.
Yeah,
it's like that Angus and Malcolm thing.
Yeah.
You know, where Malcolm's backing up Angus on a lot of those different...
It's a fuller sound, and and you're not having to do two jobs at once.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it makes total sense.
Yeah. And then, like, there's a couple of songs I've got to try and do both parts, and then I've got to sing as well.
Yeah.
And then also, we get someone else who's doing the backing vocals, so those choruses will sound even bigger live as well, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, if we do have any aspiring rhythm guitarists listening, how would they contact you guys?
Well, they can just go on to any of our socials at No Bull Band and just send us a message on there, or send something to our email. You can find that on our socials as well. So we're on pretty much all the platforms.
Excellent.
So
Yeah. I mean, and if anyone out there who knows us individually as well, like, you can send me a message, you can send James a message.
yeah, or even if you catch us at a gig.
Yeah,
you know?
come chat to us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're more than happy to chat and organise a time to do rehearsals and auditions and
I
stuff like
still
that.
miss drum media. That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really good because there was always ads in there, or people wanting to, or people looking for people to join a band and that.
Yeah.
So it's this album is released next week.
No, just a single, just
a
Overdrive.
single, okay.
Just that song we
Overdrive,
played,
okay.
Overdrive. That'll be out next week, and then the following week there'll be a video for it.
Yeah.
And then so the album release date is the 6th of July.
6th of July,
a
okay.
month from today.
Excellent.
Which is also my mum's birthday.
Ah,
So yeah.
happy birthday, Mum. No, that's brilliant. Well, that's a beautiful coincidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was sitting there looking at what date to do, and I was like, well, it's a Sunday, you know. Lots of people have a casual Sunday off, not doing much, relaxing at home. So I was like, well, if we do it on that day, I think it'll give people something to do while they're on the couch, or
Yeah.
you know,
and, something to listen to on Monday morning when you're going to work.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
On the dreaded Monday morning drive.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, well, it will make your whole day at work a lot better.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, really looking forward to hearing it all when it comes out. So, no, fantastic effort, guys. Just on your... Now, we know you got the name, it was to do with ACDC,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Do you know where the actual term no bull comes from, though?
Well, we know of a couple of different
Yeah. I mean,
things. I don't
there's
know if that would be the originator.
the origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The originator.
The originator.
So
Next single.
What versions have you got? What's the origin of no bull, the
Well,
actual term?
I feel like the kind of obvious one is
The one we can't say on the radio.
Yeah,
Right.
that one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a thing of like,
Just being real and being honest.
being real, being honest. Don't take crap.
Which I think's actually appropriate for you guys because
Yeah, well-
you are real, you're down to earth, and you're real musicians playing fair dinkum music. So it's a perfect name for you. So
Well,
it
that's
is.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That was what sealed the deal for us.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we got it from ACDC, and that's like one of our favorite concert videos. You know, that we got it from, and then we were like, well, I mean, it sort of applies to us. You know,
Yeah.
the music is real no bull.
Yeah.
We're kind of no bull people.
Yeah.
You know, we don't go to people and just be like, oh, that was great when it wasn't great, you know?
Yeah, we're all about being honest, no sugarcoating.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
it.
we
Tell it how it is.
Yeah, we find that it's just a lot easier, you know?
Yeah,
So,
and it's just even just everyday life. It's easy to be like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd much rather people be honest with me than sugarcoat and
yeah.
you know.
Yep.
It just makes life easier.
You'd rather hear something you don't want to hear. At least it's the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at least you can, you know, maybe work on that and improve on
Constructive,
yourself
yeah.
or improve on something.
Constructive
you know?
criticism.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, the actual term "no bull" comes from 1907.
Wow.
Athos the Great was booked for a wrestling match where he was expected to demonstrate his strength by throwing a bull.
Wow.
Well, surprisingly, he failed to do so.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the phrase "throw the bull" was coined to describe his boastful claims and inability to back them up. And over time, it became "no bull." And as we just said, it's a slang to describe excessive exaggeration or boasting. It was simplified to no bull. So no exaggeration, fair dinkum, the truth.
Yeah.
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 I think it's also much more of an Aussie saying as well.
Yeah,
you hear it. You hear it a lot
definitely.
here. And I mean, what we're playing is real Aussie rock music. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It's really like, what's the term? In your face, like
Yeah.
Yep.
really, you know, upfront.
Yeah.
It's intense music.
Yeah.
And some would consider it, you know, a bit controversial, but
It's blistering,
yeah.
you know, with an endless supply of blistering riffs and rough, gritty vocals, you know?
There's no computers involved, and
Yeah, that's right.
And what I like, no synthesizers. I call synthesizers the Yoko Ono of rock bands.
Yeah.
Honestly, go. Just don't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even use any effects or pedals or anything.
No.
You know, I think in your guitar rig, the only pedal was just what is it, like a gain?
It was an overdrive pedal,
yeah,
but
well, there you go.
I didn't really use it for its overdrive capability. I used it mainly as like a boost for the clean channel.
Okay. Yep.
So if there were certain rooms where I wanted to use the clean channel over the gain channel on my amp, but it just didn't have as much push as the gain channel, and that overdrive just engaged and it just pushed it a little more. So that's basically what and it was coined the Malcolm Young overdrive pedal, the 45
Right,
cal.
gotcha.
So I had that, and it was just like I barely used it, but it was just good to have it.
Yep.
In case I was like, need an extra push, and just put it on.
Excellent. All right, guys. Well, let's spruik the album and the single one more time. Go for it.
So we're doing Overdrive again this time?
No, your second one.
Okay. Well, this one won't be a single, but you'll be able to hear it on the album, 6th of July, Rock and Roll Remains Forever. And this one is, I think, one of all of our favourite ones because it's got some slide guitar style stuff in there.
Yes.
And there's a song called Up in Smoke.
And you're playing at Springwood tomorrow night?
Yes. Well, we're
Yep.
playing Overdrive. We're playing that at Springwood.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we'll be playing Up in Smoke probably maybe. We got a gig on the 4th of July in Wollongong, Dicey Riley's.
Yeah.
We might
We'll
play it
probably do
there. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us in the studio, guys.
That's
and
all right.
love having you in, and look forward to next time.
Yes,
No worries.
sounds good.
Thanks very much,
for
guys.
having us.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome.